Hello and welcome to this heart-touching story. Today, we walk through the life of a girl named Anne, from the moment she was born to the day she closed her eyes. But Anne's journey is more than just growing up. It's about how to live a life of love, sacrifice, learning, and how to truly be a good daughter. She lived, she learned, she cooked, she loved, and she left behind a legacy of kindness. Let's begin Anne's story. Anne was born on a rainy March evening in a small town. Her parents, Thomas and Clara, held her like a treasure. Her mother whispered, "You are the light of our lives." From the start, Anne was different. She didn't cry much. She stared at her surroundings with wonder. She loved stories, the kind her grandmother told in soft whispers. Her family wasn't rich, but their home was full of warmth. Homemade soup, laughter, and soft lullabies. Her father was a schoolteacher, quiet and wise. Her mother ran a little food stall from home. And it was in that small kitchen, with steam rising from pots, that Anne learned her first lesson of love, through food. At age 7, Anne began sitting in the kitchen as her mother cooked. She watched closely as her mother kneaded dough, cut vegetables, and whispered recipes with love. Cooking, her mother said, isn't just about taste. It's about care. Anne learned how to stir without spilling, how to measure rice with her hand, and how to use spices gently. She made her first dish at 9, a simple vegetable soup. Her father took a spoonful and said, "This tastes like home." From that moment, Anne knew, food was one way she would always stay connected to her family, even when far away. Anne started school at age 5. She was quiet but kind. Not the top student, but always helpful. She was the girl who shared her lunch, tied her friends' undone shoelaces, and always raised her hand when the teacher asked for volunteers. In 5th grade, Anne won a writing contest. Her essay was titled, "My Mother, My Hero." She wrote, "My mother wakes up before the sun, makes the world smell like breakfast, and still finds time to kiss me goodbye." Her teacher was moved. Her parents were invited to school. That day, Anne realized the power of words, and the depth of love she carried for her parents. When Anne turned 18, she received a scholarship to a journalism college in a big city. She packed her bags with books, her mother's recipes, and her father's advice. "Call us every night," her mother said. "And don't forget to eat," her father added, handing her a notebook filled with quotes. Living in the city was a shock: busy streets, noisy buses, strangers everywhere. Anne shared a small hostel room with 3 other girls. They came from different cities, with different habits. At first, Anne felt lost. But soon, she became the one who made tea for everyone, helped during exams, and cooked for the homesick. Her mother's cooking lessons came in handy. She made aloo curry and rice that tasted just like home. Slowly, she built a new family of friends. In her 2nd year, Anne met Daniel. He was funny, polite, and always carried a camera. They worked together on a documentary project. And while editing late at night, they found more than footage, they found connection. Daniel once said, "You talk about your mom like she's a goddess." Anne smiled, "She's my teacher, even in the kitchen." Their love grew over late-night walks, shared coffee, and open conversations. When Anne brought Daniel home during break, he helped her father fix the fence, and learned to make roti with her mother. Her parents gave their blessing, and Anne felt the joy of her worlds coming together. After graduation, Anne and Daniel started working and saving. Life wasn't easy, but it was theirs. They married in a simple ceremony. Anne wore a dress stitched by her mother. Her father walked her down the aisle with teary eyes and a smile. "You'll always be my little chef," he joked. Anne balanced her new life beautifully: work, marriage, and staying connected to her parents. Every Sunday, she video called them and shared her cooking experiments. She often said, "I'm not far. I'm just one pot of soup away." Anne and Daniel had a daughter, they named her Hope. Anne cooked baby food like her mother did. She hummed lullabies from her childhood and read bedtime stories every night. As Hope grew, Anne passed down the same values: kindness, patience, love. She also began teaching cooking in her community. Girls who had never been in a kitchen started coming to Anne for recipes and life advice. Chop with care. Stir with love. Serve with respect, Anne would say. And slowly, Anne wasn't just a good daughter anymore. She became a good mother, and a good mentor. Years passed. Anne's parents grew older. She brought them into her home, and gave them the master bedroom. Her mother continued teaching Hope how to make pickles. Her father taught her how to plant tomatoes. One night, Anne found her mother crying. "I'm sorry we couldn't give you more," she said. Anne hugged her and whispered, "You gave me everything. Love, strength, and the recipe for life." When her parents passed, Anne kept their photo in the kitchen, the heart of the home. At 75, Anne was still writing, cooking, and calling Hope every day. One evening, as the sun set, she sat with Daniel and said, "I think I lived a good life." He nodded. "You didn't just live. You loved, and you taught the world how to love." That night, Anne peacefully closed her eyes. Her last journal entry read, "Being a daughter is not something I outgrew. It's something I carried in my hands, my food, and my heart." Anne's life shows us that being a good daughter isn't about perfection. It's about effort, about care, about remembering your roots while growing your wings. She lived fully, cooked lovingly, loved deeply, and never forgot the hands that raised her. Be like Anne, not perfect, but present. Not loud, but full of light. Thank you for listening.